Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be my February haul. I have purchased 7 books and was given 2 by a lovely friend of mine. So this month I only have 9 books coming into the home, which is brilliant. It's a lot less than I usually do. So let's just jump straight in. The first 2 books are the ones my friend gave me. The first one being The Way I Hate Him by Megan Quinn. I really don't know much about this at all. It just says, why am I holding a box of stolen memorabilia in my arms? It's called revenge. The plan? To give the box back to its rightful owner and rat my ex out. How's that for being boring? I'm not gonna read the rest, but yeah, that's the first one. Second book she gave me is also by Megan Quinn, and it's The Highland Fling. Again, I don't know much about this one. It just says, can an aimless American and a stormy Scotsman help each other find answers and love? So yeah, my mate did read this one and said she loved it. So I'm looking forward to this one. Then in the charity shop, I only bought one this month, and it is Famous Last Words by Gillian McAllister. A love letter from a devoted husband or a confession from a wanted criminal. I think this is where a woman comes home and her husband, they seem to think that he's been kept hostage, but it says, has he been kept hostage or is he the gunman? So, yeah, nice thriller. Then I picked up A Dance of Lies, and this is an absolutely stunning Braid Edge edition. I love it. And I've also been sent an arc of the second book, so that if I do decide to pick this one up soon, I can jump straight into the second and get a duology done, because that's what I'm kind of trying to do this year, is binge series, so that I'm not forgetting the books by the time I pick up the next one. So yeah, again, I don't know much about this. She was once a dancer because she was framed for murder. Then the king offers her a deal to spy on his enemies, and then you'll grant her freedom. So yeah, that's all I want to know with this one. Then I picked up The X-Files by Jessica Joyce. I read You Were the View last year, absolutely loved it, and yeah, I'm excited to read this one. 2 exes, 1 wedding, what could go wrong? They broke up 5 years ago, so they're definitely over each other, right? I think they are kind of thrown together for a friend's wedding, and then they kind of start to develop the feelings back again. But yeah, excited for this one. Then I picked up If We Were Villains. I've heard so many people talk about this one. I still haven't read it. It's about a man who serves 10 years in prison for a murder he may or may not have committed. And then I think he's telling his story, and a detective. Yeah, so I'm excited. I think this is more of a autumn fall kind of read, but yeah, I can't wait to get into this one. Then I have Sense and Second Degree Murder by Tirzah Price. I think I butchered that name. This is the second book in a series. I already own the first and third, so this was the only one I didn't own. These are kind of like a retelling of Jane Austen's stories, but with like a murder mystery kind of take on them. So yeah, I'm excited to get into these. But I do want to read, for instance, Sense and Second Degree Murder. So I want to read Sense and Sensibility before I read this. And same with the other ones. This book arrived today. I cannot wait to read it. But it's Broken Country by Claire Leslie Hall. I've heard so many people raving about this book. Again, I don't know much about it. I think it's involving 2 young people who fall in love, and then he moves away, she moves on with someone else, gets married, I think, and has kids, but then he comes back, and does she choose her first love or a husband kind of thing. It's supposed to be heartbreaking, and I've heard many people cry. So excited for that one. And then I picked up Alchemy of Secrets by Stephanie Garber, and still yet to read anything by her. I own the Caraval trilogy and Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy. I'm hoping to get to them this year. But yeah, this is a completely different series. I think it's going to be a series. And I don't know much about this. I've heard people raving about it. So myths and legends and magic. So yeah, I can't wait to jump into this one as well. And that is the 9 books that I have acquired in the month of February. I'm excited to get to all of these. I'm trying to be more intentional with the books I bring into the home because I have about a 500 TBR. So yeah, I am excited to get to these hopefully very soon. What's the favourite book you've bought this month? Leave it in the comments below. Till next time. Bye.